So the Snyder Cut is just around the corner. I believe it comes out March 3rd. It's coming up real close. I could be wrong on that date. You'll have to double check it. But I know it comes out next month regardless. And, it's going to be a big deal because of all of the people that have pushed for that movie to come out over the past couple of years. So I'm happy for everybody that's going to finally get to see that movie. However, there's some rumors swirling around that AH is going to replace Aquaman on the Justice League for the sequel or whatever. And this would lead into Flashpoint. So the big rumor here that Bounding into Comics is reporting on is that AH was meant to become kind of the new Aquaman. Well, she'd be Queen Mira, but apparently, and now this is a rumor, so it's not a spoiler alert. I don't know if this is real or not. But the way they're outlining this is that Wonder Woman and Aquaman are going to die in the Snyder Cut, and the original vision was for Flashpoint. The reason that movie, exists is because the Flash goes back in time to change things. Though that had nothing to do with the people dying. He was going back in time to save his mother, but that's a whole nother story. But apparently he goes back in time to fix the timeline, and that's what the point of that movie was. So that would kind of line up. However, I'm not sure if it doesn't make sense to kill Wonder Woman and Aquaman too. But, Snyder's kind of been doing his own thing for a while when it comes to these movies. I do know that AH did do a bunch of reshoots for Snyder Cut. That's when she came out and said, "I love nerds." Do you remember that? So that'll be interesting if that happens. I'm going to watch it when it comes out, and I'll probably do a review on it. I hope it's good, but apparently that is the big rumor. And sequels, okay, so this is being touted as a one and done. That it's not going to, this is it. This is an Elseworld movie. And after it's done, and then Zack Snyder is done in the DCEU. Now, that's not 100% set in stone. If this movie does really well, you can bet your ass they'll do a sequel to it, and they'll pay everybody to come back for it. However, that would mean that AH would be a big part of the Justice League because that's the way this is going to be set up. Now, I do know that is likely, they probably are going to have her in the Nightmare version. We'll see what happens. I just think that it's really just funny to me how Warner Brothers just ignores everything going on with her and, totally throws Johnny Depp in the garbage, which I'm going to get to because that's the second part of this video. But, you look at this petition here, and it's really funny how they totally ignore this. And they think that this, almost 2 million people now that have signed this petition, they think it's a bunch of trolls. They think, oh, this isn't real. People don't really dislike her. And their big example is that they look at Captain Marvel, according to sources. They look at Captain Marvel, and they say, well, that did really well. Totally discounting the fact that movie was pushed as some kind of essential movie that you need to see for the Avengers movies. It was sandwiched in between. I really hope we have a box office so we can judge how the second one does. It'll be really interesting to see how that movie does without two Avengers movies sandwiching it. So you won't be able to. I don't think you'll be able to pull that lightning out of a bottle this time. But they totally ignore this, and they think that this is fake. Okay, it's Russian bots and it's trolls and all this stuff. No, I think there's a genuine dislike for AH here. So we'll see what happens. If they are going to set her up as some big Justice League member, I think that would be a big mistake for them. And I'm very confident that they really are working on an HBO Max Mira show, and that's going to be a big disaster too. No one wants to watch her in any of these roles. Moving on to JD, there was a big Super Bowl commercial starring Edward Scissorhands' son. Now, if you've never seen Edward Scissorhands, that's a very old movie by Tim Burton starring Johnny Depp. And the thing here is this is supposed to be his son, and they actually brought Winona Ryder back, but no Johnny Depp. And that was very suspicious. Like, really? You're not going to bring Johnny Depp back for that? Like, he was Edward Scissorhands. So where is he? Is he dead? It was actually a pretty decent commercial. I didn't hate it. I thought it was one of the better. It's way better than that Wayne's World commercial with Cardi B. Oh, she just did not fit. She did not fit at all in that. It's absolutely terrible, terrible commercial. Ruined it. And I love Wayne's World. First one's a great comedy. Second one, not so much. I mean, it's okay. It's just nowhere near as good as the first one. But anyway, this was a much better commercial compared to that one as far as like evoking nostalgia. It just you could tell like they were leaving him out on purpose, and that's kind of just to me it wasn't cool because he should have been in there if that's his dad. But what can we do? this is just another big Hollywood snub to JD, and this comes off the heels of hearing that AH is going to become a big DCEU star now. It's just kind of some BS, and I'm really hoping that appeal that's coming up, he finally gets a little bit of justice. It would be nice because that would throw all this shit back in the Hollywood faces who are running with that now as him being, some piece of trash. So we'll see what happens, but I thought this was kind of disrespectful to JD, even though I didn't think it was a terrible commercial. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.